Hi. Something I realized today that I feel like is really, really incredible is being able to find happiness in yourself instead of trying to find it in other places. My name is Mark Anthony DeBose Jr., and I was born July 4th of 1986. Sitting here cleaning my van just really got me thinking a lot today. Got me thinking a lot about just taking care of some of my stuff, taking care of things that are around me, taking care of stuff that I really value, taking care of stuff that I need to be able to help me out. And I feel like a lot of times we don't do that. And we don't do that because we're always constantly trying to find happiness in something else, like the next thing, like the next best thing, as opposed to just finding happiness in what it is that you already have, what it is that you're already able to take care of, what already is in your possession that you already are in control of. Instead of trying to think that the next thing is going to be able to bring something to you. Something to me today just really got me thinking about a conversation and going on a walk that really put a lot in me about making sure that I value what it is that I do have and value just my own self, value just being able to be on my own by my own self. The value of just knowing that you don't need anybody around to be able to satisfy yourself, that you yourself are just enough and more than enough. That the more that you try to like bring other people in and bring other things in, the more that you're going to end up complicating your life and starting to really just stress your life out. I feel like that you think you need more and you think you want more and you think you need more people, you think you need more relationships, you think you need more say fun out there, but you come to realize that all of that never really brings any satisfaction to you, because that's why you're constantly looking for more and more. You're just seeking that validation instead of just taking a good hard look at everything that you need is already within yourself. Everything that you need is already around you. The things that you have, the things that you experience, the things that you do them for a reason. And you want to keep on continuing to do them for a specific reason, not for a reason on trying to impress somebody or try to make yourself look good so other people will notice you and other people will like you, but just do it because you actually found to realize that you just absolutely enjoy it. That if you do it all by yourself, if you're out there doing whatever it is, whatever work you got to do, going for a walk, going for a run, going for a jog, going for a drive, you realize that you can just do it by yourself and you can be all as satisfied as you need. That everything else out there actually sometimes is annoying. Like it just starts to get in your way. It starts to frustrate you in a way because you're not able to say move as fast as you want, do as much as you want. You got to kind of wait on other people and wait your turn and feel like you got just complications always ahead of you. I just really put a lot of thought in me today of just the concept of making sure that just being satisfied with what it is that I have and never trying to think that the next thing is going to be able to bring something to you. And then once you have that understanding, then I feel like is the only time when great things are going to start to be able to come to you, when awesome stuff is going to be able to come your way, when you're finally going to be able to have what it is that you actually truly want, as opposed to whatever it is that you're fighting so hard to think that you need. You think that you just desire. You think that all these things are going to be able to bring you something that's just going to be able to complete you, be able to satisfy you, be able to bring some great magical essence to you or some sort. I don't know. But I just noticed that a lot of people are out here just constantly trying to just do more and more and more. And still at the end of the day realize it's not enough. And then at the same time, you're constantly just digging deep with trying to force yourself to do stuff to think that it's going to be able to make you happy. Then you find in the end that you're worse off in the reality. That's where I feel like a lot of depression comes from, or a lot of that stuff. Really, the sad thoughts and feeling bad about yourself and just not feeling all that great because you're constantly kind of trying to find something outside of your own self to try to make you happy, not realizing that you yourself, all by yourself, just sitting, doing nothing, no TV, no phone, no movie, no nothing, no computer, no anything, just sitting or standing and being by yourself, just stand outside and listen to the wind, feel the air, feel the temperature changes, see what's going on, get in some rain, and just get a good understanding that alone is satisfying. That alone is magical. That alone is absolutely amazing. And once you start to have that, you're able to, I feel like, finally, at the first time of your life, started to just move on and start to be able to have the true peace that you're looking for and the true excitement that you have, because you no longer have to call up 50 friends to figure out how to be able to do something. You have it already inside of you. You have it and you don't need it, and you don't need someone else to bring more to you. And then at the same time, that's where something I think even more magical is going to start coming to you with. You're going to stop feeling like you need someone to do. So then you are able to make sure that you're only keeping good, positive, awesome, amazing people around you, not keeping destructive people around thinking that you need that to be able to survive. Because I feel like a lot of people today, like something I said in my last video, that we just love the drama. We love the fights. We love to just argue and battle and have all this bickering and all this so negative energy going on. It's like we're programmed today to just want that. And if we don't have that, we don't know how to survive. If we don't have the drama, we don't have the gossip, we don't have the slander, we don't have that going on, that we don't know how to function. We don't know what to do. and you just like to stay in that. You like to just constantly stay in, oh, so-and-so this and so-and-so that, and they're just wrong this and they did wrong that, instead of just like, man, that person is awesome, that person is great. It's such a weird thing that I don't know. The more and more that I'm starting to really challenge what it is that I watch and challenge what it is I pay attention to on my YouTube feed and things that come to me, it seems like I'm going to say 95% of it is just negativity. That's just talking down about people, making people seem like they're stupid, making people feel like they're worthless, making people seem like their opinions don't matter, and what they got going on in their world is meaningless to the next person, that what they're doing is not right and the rest of the world is right. And that's just all false. It's not true. And it's almost like you can't go a second in this world without even watching a basic advertising of trying to even get some soap or get some conditioner or get some shampoo or anything that's just preaching a message to you of why you need this, because you're not good enough. And if you get this, then you'll finally be good enough. And it's just such an interesting situation that I feel like we run into, that I feel like once you really get into a position of being able to just be happy with yourself, know that you have what you have and is more than enough, and be extremely grateful for what you have, that it is more than well than enough, is the only time that you're going to finally be able to get out of this slump of feeling as if you don't have enough and feeling as if you wish you had what someone else had. We always can wish what we could have what someone else has had, but in reality, we don't know what that person had to do to be able to get it. And we don't know what that person is missing out on because of the stuff that they have that you think that you want. That you may not want the whole picture. You may want just a part of it, but that's not how this life works. You don't just get to, say, pick and choose parts of somebody's life that you agree with and you want and just start taking that and then remove other parts and take this and take that. No, you only have this one. You only have this one life. You only have this one set of values that you need to stick by. You only have one set of guidelines that you need to stick by. You can't be bouncing all around. Just one day you value this and the next day you value that, because then you're really going to end up in a very, very, very sticky situation with feeling the absolute lack of uncontrolledness. You are going to be so out of control. You're going to be so wishy-washy. You're never going to have a sense of self, because you're not sure who you are, because you're constantly bouncing back and forth with feeling one way one day and the next day feeling something completely different, and being so firm on wanting to stand up, like, shoot, for instance, stand up one day, I love the police, and then the next day I hate the police. You got to kind of pick on one side. You can't just say I hate all or I love all. You got to find the balance in there. And I feel like that's something, that word that I would say I really upgraded my life when I went to dog training school and started to learn what balanced dog training is all about. That there's no all good and there's no all bad. There's all good and all bad together, mixed together. Sometimes you got to use all good, but sometimes you got to use all bad. And that's just the way this life works, that you can't just think that you're going to stick on one and stay to that and think that that's just going to be it and that's going to be it all. You're going to be very, very challenged. And I feel like the more and more that you're just seeking validation from other people and trying to take other people's values instead of creating and having your own, and sticking up for what it is that you actually want and staying firm to it. Even when someone challenges you and says, I don't agree with that, and you don't just fold and just give up and say, I quit that because I see what you're saying, because that's what the majority is doing and saying. And with that, I want to say thank you, because the majority is not always right. And the majority doesn't really know everything that's going on out here. And I'm so thankful to be able to be in a position to be able to understand that and know that and be a free-thinking human being on this planet that's not stuck in any kind of drugs. It's not stuck in any kind of alcohol. It's not stuck in any kind of lust of the flesh, of things that I'm trying to be able to just get more and more of and feel like if I don't have it, I'm not going to be able to survive. I'm not going to be able to do. And I'm just so thankful to be in a position to be able to just look out and see what is actually true and what is actually going on without feeling like I'm stuck in some sort of manipulation because I need and I need and I need, because I'm not satisfied with my own self, feeling like I need to bring in some more. I'm so thankful that I could just freely, clearly, easily see when someone is trying to use and abuse me, as opposed to someone who wants to see the best in me, who wants to help me, who wants to bring me up and keep allowing me to bring them up into the same way, without feeling as if I have to hold back and keep things hidden and keep things just off to the side, that I could just let it all out there. I could just say it all and just expose it all and just, this is just what it is. And if you don't like it, then okay, we're just not going to talk. But if you do like it, cool, this is awesome. Let's keep working on this. Let's keep seeing what's going on here without feeling like I got to be hidden on some things and just be on the back roads. I could just take the main highway and just ride it through and just stay straight up what everything is and just move on and not feel like I need, and because I'm going to have to say the right thing to you just to try to make you like me more. And then in reality, come to find out in the end, I'm going to say something or hide something or not, or shoot, straight up lie about something that later on gets exposed, that can really put a lot of things in jeopardy, because then you're just not exactly who you said you were, because your values are starting to change. And you just got to stick with it. You got to be firm with it. You got to be secure and confident in yourself, knowing that you're good. You're good to go. And if the people around you don't like you for you being you and you being good to go, then maybe it's time for you to start moving on and moving away from those people to start doing what it is that you need to do. That I know there's a lot of push and a lot of things going on this planet today that people want to be accepted and people feel like they demand to be accepted. And that's another thing that's very, very sticky. If what you're doing is great, then do it. Don't demand that people should do exactly what it is that you do. You do what you do. You make happen what you need to make happen. But you don't need to force everybody else to agree with it and to be on board with it. That's something that is very, very dangerous and very, very toxic is a better word to use with that. That if you need to force the rest of society to approve what it is that you do, you got something growing up to do. You've got some real learning to do. You got some real inside trying to find yourself to figure it out, because the rest of the world doesn't need to conform to what it is that you do. You just got to do what you got to do and make happen what you got to make happen. And then you'll find your way. You'll find what works for you and you're going to find what doesn't work for you. But you don't need to force people to do what it is that you do. That's very, very toxic. Very, very toxic. I'm so thankful to be in a very, very blessed situation to be able to just learn more about myself on a day-to-day basis and be able to talk to people that really inspire me, to really get me think more about what it is that I'm doing and what it is that I see going on around me, and just make me question a lot about my past history, things that I've done, just situations that I've been into and people that I've spoken to and relationships that I've been in, and just made me really think a lot about, why did I do that? How did I allow that to go that way? How did I allow people to be able to just keep using me like that and pushing me like that and just abusing me in ways that I just allowed it? And I come to realize it's because I didn't value my own self, that I felt like I needed somebody, and I needed somebody to be able to be loved, to love my own self. But there comes a time in the day that we got to grow up from that we got to move on from that we got to realize that we're good enough all on ourselves. You don't need anything else out here. You don't need someone else to validate you. You don't need someone and force someone to believe in what you believe in. You just got to do what you got to do and know that you're good to go, and know that you are enough and you is all you need. And what you already have is good enough, and be very, very grateful for it, for everything that you have. And that's why for me, I'm extremely grateful for what it is that I do have. That some days I get irritated at this van here that I'm cleaning out and constantly trying to keep up with, because it's got little issues here and there, but I'm also in a different situation of being extremely grateful for it, for being able to have the opportunity to be able to have such a thing. That majority of this world doesn't have the opportunity to be able to have such a vehicle as mine, to be able to have the luxury to be able to drive on the roads that I drive on, to have the luxury to be able to easily put fuel inside of it and keep it topped up all the time as much as I want. Have the luxury to be able to pay for insurance on it. If I get in a car accident, they're going to replace it and or fix it. And it's just such a blessing for me to be able to have that. There's no reason I could ever be mad or sad or irritated about the stuff that I have, because it's just an absolute blessing to be able to have anything. And I'm just so thankful to be able to have this opportunity to be able to do this. And I'm so thankful to be able to continuously sit here and be able to speak a message and say something about what it is that I go on a day to day, and not really care what you think about it, but at the same time not, because I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. And I feel very, very satisfied and very, very secure knowing that what it is that I'm doing is only going to just help myself and help someone else get into a better place, not get into a worse place, not sitting here laughing at you and making fun of you and trying to demean you and degrade you. But I just want to see the best in you. I want to see you get better. And I know for a fact that the more and more that I keep doing that, the better other people around me are going to be able to get, because I've got stuff that I want to be able to help people out with. I've got stories to be able to tell, to be able to help some people out with. I've got some skills to be able to share, to be able to make sure that people are able to be able to thrive and survive on this planet. And not even just survive, but be able to thrive, be able to have enough in abundance and over an abundance to be able to make sure that you're able to take care of not only you, but everyone around you. I'm just so thankful to be able to have this. And I hope that y'all are able to start this week off and have a great week and have a great time and have a good understanding of knowing that everything around you is very, very precious. And you should be very, very grateful for everything you have. Even the fact that you're able to breathe and able to be able to see this here right now, you should be extremely grateful for that, because it's an absolute miracle. Thank you.